Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute, not knowing. We start off with a hug. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon. What is going on with the talk? Oh my goodness. It gets worse and worse. The stories with Sharon Osborne, they've had to extend the hiatus of the show because what is CBS going to do with Sharon Osborne? It started with how mean she was to Cheryl Underwood. The whole racist row with Pierce Morgan, and she's defending Pierce and saying, well, just try to explain racism to me and don't you start crying. Well, the stories have come out every day. Former members of this talk show are talking. Holly Robinson Pete with, she said I was too ghetto and that's why I was let go. Leah Remini, she was let go first season. She said that Sharon Osborne allegedly was talking about Sarah Gilbert. Sarah Gilbert, creator of the show, she's gay, called her a fish eater. Talking about Julie Chen, who was the host of the show for many years, calling her slanty eyes and wonton. Sharon. Now, Sharon says she ain't say all this and that CBS is setting her up. They want her off the show. They want to get rid of her because she's making too much money. They want her gone. I'm getting my lawyers. She's screaming. And then she said, F everybody. Oh, she went completely off. One or two things are going to happen. Either CBS is going to get rid of Sharon Osborne or the show is just going to end. And it's going to be a shame. But I don't see how they can come back and work with a Sharon Osborne who has been rude and nasty. It's hard when you have to deal with somebody like this. The ratings are not the great. This ain't The View. Two things are going to happen. I guess we'll see how it plays out coming down in days. Tiger Woods is out of the hospital. He's at home recovering in Florida. His rehab is going to be difficult, but he is so grateful for all the support that he has gotten in a car crash a few weeks ago that literally could have taken his life. Aretha Franklin Genius. It kicks off this Sunday, 4-night mini-series. Not everybody is happy. Cynthia Erivo is playing the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. The head of Arista, Clive Davis, he's behind this project because there's two projects for people who get confused. Jennifer Hudson's, the one that's approved by the family, is coming out this summer. Cynthia Erivo, Courtney B. Vance. I'm supposed to be interviewing Denzel Washington's wife, who's in it, as Aretha Franklin's grandmother. There's a lot of hype. They put a lot into it. It's coming on the National Geographic channel. It's going to air on there, and then it goes to Hulu, which is a streaming service. If you can't find the National Geo channel, this is what the kids told me. Just say it in the phone. Just hit the listen button, hit it in the phone. They get tired of me asking, how do you find? What do you do? How do that? So see if you have cable, you'll be able to find it. National Geographic. But if you don't, it's going to be on Hulu, a streaming service the next day. The National Geographic channel is not a streaming service, but I believe you gotta have cable. Maybe it comes on the Fire Stick. There's a lot of promotion going into this. A lot of people are not happy, and this includes Aretha Franklin's family. Aretha's granddaughter is currently leading protest and boycott because they say they did not want this version. It's going to be interesting what they go into with Aretha, and does it only center on her years in the 60s or Atlantic Records? It's going to be interesting, but that debuts. I got to shout out Lunel, who had me scared. She had a double knee replacement and she got the second knee done, but she's staying with relatives and that's why she's not home. And I'm getting all scared, like, what's wrong with my Lunel? But she is recuperating. Wait, they already got her out walking. That's the one thing if you're in the hospital, you are not allowed to lay there. You are going to learn to get it back together. They do not let you lay in the hospital. So Lunel reached out to me yesterday. Thank you, honey. And I'm so glad that you're doing better and you're going to be up and running. I just know it by the summer. Lunel is currently in Coming to America 2, which is streaming on Amazon Prime. The trailer dropped for Concrete cowboy. This is the Idris Elba movie based on the Fletcher Street Cowboys in North Philadelphia, a movie that was filmed in Philly. Lee Daniels produced this movie. It starts streaming on Netflix April the 2nd. That's an Easter weekend. Caleb McLaughlin plays the son who has to go live with his dad, Idris Elba, and learns about life through the caring of these horses. He's tempted by the streets. You got Jerome from When They See Us. Method Man is in it. It looks good, but April the 2nd, it starts streaming on Netflix. LeBron James out here making history. He is now a minority owner in the Boston Red Sox. And the history part of this is first black partners in this organization that owns the Boston Red Sox, and LeBron James making history with that. Angelina Jolie. This divorce with her and Brad Pitt is not over yet, and it keeps going on. They said she has claims of domestic violence. I can't see Brad Pitt, even though I know we don't know what could happen, but she always seemed like the strong one in a relationship. Maybe it's me. Harry and Meghan are now saying, when the interview with Oprah aired, his grandfather, Prince Philip, was very sick. He's 99 years old. They said that if Prince Philip had died, they would have postponed this interview with Oprah. Meanwhile, did Oprah get the interview because Harry is coming to Apple TV with his own show on mental health with Oprah? Is that why she had that inside track to get the interview? Matt James, The Bachelor, says he needs therapy now after that crazy season. I think it's a shame that it gets to be a biracial black bachelor and it just problems. I think I've said it from the door. If you're going to force him to be somebody he's not, it's not going to work. And date black girls. So why are you going to force him? Then he had to break up with her, pick the girl who wound up having the racist past. And she did not understand racism and what she did. The whole thing was just confusing. Now Matt is like, I need a therapist. The Drew Barrymore show has been renewed for season 2. How I saw her do a couple of interviews and they were terrible. And Iyanla Vanzant, we've got the scoop. This season, which kicks off Saturday, April the 10th, is the 8th and final season. 150 episodes. There's going to be a huge farewell for Iyanla's Fix My Life on the OWN network. I wish you could have stayed one more year to get Kirk Franklin and his family in there and everything that he's going through with his grown son. Iyanla, you had a great run. Cannot wait to see what you do next. If you like the channel, tell a friend, subscribe to it, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. I do read the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.